this week we are playing Mario Kart, except instead of just I'm going to play 100cc because I'm, not actually very good at this.
Oh yeah, it's 150cc. You get your ass kicked.
Yeah.
It's a tough game. You got to know what you're doing, and not get totally screwed over at the last turn.
So we're playing Mario Kart, and we're actually playing Mario Kart 100cc because I'm, not actually very good at it. Damn it! Why do you always do that? Sorry, I'm yelling at the stream.
With the echo?
Yeah.
I heard an echo.
Yeah. The echo was directly because Tanuki Kart. For some reason, it decided to unmute itself.
Oh.
Don't fucking ask me why. That's too much
Does what it wants.
Yeah, it's just like that episode of South Park with Cartman.
Pretty exactly.
Do what I want.
Actually, speaking of South Park, the streamer PewDiePie is supposed to be on the episode tonight.
Is it actually him?
Yeah, it's supposed to be actually him. I don't think he's doing the voice. I don't. There's just a leak. I don't know any details about it, but apparently they're going to be talking about streaming or something.
Huh. So they'll be making fun of you and I.
Probably. I hope so.
Okay.
What do we got here? Egg Cup?
Well,
so these are the two new cups.
Egg
right,
and Triforce.
Okay.
So there are two new full cups, which is 8 new tracks, which isn't bad considering that there were only 8 courses, 8 cups to begin with. So when you add 2 more, it's a quarter. You're adding a quarter more of the game.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff. So you got Yoshi's. Oh, you got the remake of GameCube, Yoshi's Circuit, Excite Bike Arena. That's pretty cool.
That's new, yeah.
Dragon Driftway. That's got to be new. Go back to Yoshi Cup real quick.
Oh no, we've selected it. So we'll be
Mute City. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. How Mario Kart's kind of blending in with other franchises. Excite Bike. You got Link here. F-Zero references.
I would like a new F-Zero in one respect, and in another respect, I would never play that ever again. I would probably just get my ass fucking handed to me badly.
Yeah, the last couple F-Zero games have just been absolutely brutal difficulty.
Well, the last
the GameCube one was the GameCube
2
one
generations, and it was a while ago on GameCube, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. It was on GameCube. There was the one on N64, which was also a hard game. The Game Boy Advance ones, I beat them, so they were beatable. Nowhere near the insane difficulty that the GameCube version was. That's for sure. That game was so fucking hard.
Well, and it was all about crazy speed, right?
Crazy speed, and I thought that game, instead of necessarily going faster, which you need to do, it's actually. Not that it's easier to kill everybody, but you really want to focus on just knocking people out to increase your rank, just knocking them off the course. Because you can do there's the shoulder button ram, and you ram them off the side. And you need to do that. You need to take out 10 guys each race if you want to actually...
So it wasn't about actually going fast, it was just about killing the other people.
It was still a fast game. I mean, that was just what I found. If you kill people, it's a little easier than just going insanely fast, where you can't control your car because you're going so fast. But yeah,
I
would like a new F-Zero, but Nintendo even said they're well, if we come out with one, it's got to be something new, and we don't really have necessarily the right ideas for it yet. So here's Mario Kart instead.
Well, yeah, and it has to be somewhat accessible, and I think that there probably is an F-Zero in the future, because it's Nintendo and they don't really let. Well, the last F-Zero, I think the GameCube one sold for shit though.
Could be.
I don't think it.
I'm sure. Yeah, it's never been as popular as Mario Kart or something like
that.
Well,
yeah, but I think the Super Nintendo one certainly sold very well.
The original? Oh, that was a launch game.
That was the game that that was your racing game for the most part. But it just the N64 one. Hey!
our dudes are back.
Well, the bot is. I mean, the other one's a bot, so. you type anything in the chat, it's probably going to respond to you.
Assuming that this is a guy.
What, Animarchy?
No, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a guy. He's a fan of my site and the podcast and stuff. And he hangs out.
We are playing the new DLC, or the latest DLC, which came out, a few weeks ago? November?
Yeah, I don't really remember. I actually bought it after it came out, and I got, like, all of the pre-order bonus stuff, too, which I thought was weird.
I was going to go next. Did you get, like, the super pack where you can pre-order the next batch of DLC?
I did end up getting that, because at that point... But it's, like, $9 for this, or $12 for, like, 8 more tracks, and I'm like...
Exactly. It's like, you're way better off just getting both of them. I need to do this. I need to get these DLC.
Yeah, and it's like so for 4 more, and it's like, at that point, it's just like, fucking buy both of them.
Right. And you're going to play it. This is DLC you're actually going to play through, and it's worthy. It's something unique. Here's an Excite Bike track that's obviously never been a part of the Mario Kart series before, and I don't really see Nintendo going back and visiting, the Excite Bike franchise. I mean, they remade...
they did, actually, very recently.
They made the WiiWare Excite Bike... was it Excite Bike World or something? Or Excite Bike Rally, I think it was called. I reviewed it, and it wasn't that bad. It was basically just like Excite Bike, just with online play, but now it just sucks because the Wii has no online capabilities anymore.
No, so it was the 3DS.
And then they made the 3D Classics Excite Bike, which is the same exact game, just with stereoscopic 3D capabilities.
Yeah, which you can probably still play online.
Yeah, that should. Yeah, it was. You know what? I don't think that was online.
Oh well, whatever.
I don't. Yeah, I think that was basically just a port of the NES game, and they just added the 3D effect.
It's funny because a friend of mine came over with fuck whoever had that lightning bolt. Came over with that copy of Excite Bike, but it was like when the DS first came, the 3DS first came out, and it was like, that was like, I think in the early adopters club, there was like some fucking, like, we're sorry this sucks club, basically.
Yeah.
And he had that and nothing else. Because and I think it was like Street Fighter 4. And Street Fighter 4 is a shitty version of Street Fighter 4. Like, I own it because it went on sale at some point for like $7
exactly.
For the digital version.
Yeah.
And it's like, I bought it because I think I was, 1, drunk, and 2, there was like a site that I was reading at the time that was like, the Street Pass functionality is actually one of the more enjoyable Street Pass mini games, and I'm like, I don't want to miss out on that.
Well, for $7, I mean.
Yeah, and then it was like $7 or $10. It was something fucking dumb cheap.
Yeah, and you're not going to pay full price for it, but.
Yeah, and so I ended up picking it up, and I played it a handful of times, and it's fucking bad. And it's Street Fighter, but that's not where you want to play that game.
Yeah, exactly. They just, Capcom was like, well, we got a new system. There's not going to be a lot of launch games. What can we pump out that people would be interested in? So that's probably where that came from.
Well, the 3DS was not a good system for a very long time. For a couple of years, really. I think I bought mine directly after the price drop. So
I did. That's when I got mine. Because at that point, I think Mario 3D World was out.
No, that was actually a while after the price drop.
Yeah.
I ended up buying mine. So if the price drop was in August, the following, I think I bought it maybe 6 months later. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, it plays all my DS games, and that's why I ended up buying it.
Yeah.
Because, I sort of needed it. It was my DS wasn't really holding a charge. And, so it's I can either buy a new DS or get one of these things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's just kind of fuck it, I guess I'll just pick that up and get like 2 games for it. And literally since I picked it up, they've just been cranking out fucking games.
Yep.
And it's not just Nintendo. Like, everyone's like...
There's a lot of great games for that system.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Very good games.
Yeah. Oddly enough, I picked up my Vita, and, like, I've been buying a lot of Vita games.
Well, Vita games now, because the Vita doesn't really... Nobody buys Vita shit, so pricing of the games... You can get good deals on stuff. Like Black Friday and Cyber Monday, I saw that there was a bunch of deals, $10 games, $15 games.
Yeah, but they're like, oh, here's the generic fucking, like, Assassin's Creed that everyone's fucking played.
Yeah, that's... you picked up, like, a couple of JRPGs or something. You picked up, like, the quirky Japanese, RPGs and...
Tales game just came out on
The Tales, yeah. Like, I think I saw, it was like the Final Fantasy X collection for maybe $15 Black Friday or Cyber
20.
Monday or something. Maybe it was something like that, but, they've been dropping in price, a lot of these games. I even saw, like, the memory cards were on sale. I think it was Cyber Monday.
Oh, where?
I can't remember now. It might have even been, like, Amazon. I think they had, like, a 16 gig card for $25 or something.
I don't need another 16 gig card.
Yeah, I can't.
Well, considering the games are like 5 gigs,
right?
It's like, oh boy, here. Well, like, so the funny thing is, so you get an 8 gig card with the Borderlands pre-sequel.
Yeah.
Bundle pack, which is like the one that came out. The Borderlands pre-sequel is 7.87 gigs. It like uses up. It has enough space left for like.
You're talking about the Vita Borderlands bundle.
Yeah.
Oh.
So like you get that bundle, and it's like, okay, well, that's your entire fucking memory card that came with this. You can use it for fucking saves.
You can only use it for Borderlands. That's it.
Yeah. So, but like a lot of the fucking games are, 5-6 gigs.
Yeah,
because
you gotta get a bigger card.
Well, yeah, and it's like, okay, so if I get a 16 gig card, which is actually the one that I have, it's like you get a 16 gig card, and then that's 2 games and maybe some downloadable games.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, 16 gigs isn't really, like, 16 gigs, it's like 15 points.
After formatting, yeah.
Well, yeah, and it's because it's, like, the way everyone fucking measures, like, storage space is stupid. Always has been.
Yep.
And it's because just the way that they fucking sell that shit is retarded.
I'm liking this track here, this F-Zero track.
Yeah, it's an F-Zero track. I like playing as Link just because his you can like see that he doesn't fit in any of the carts.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you get the DLC, you're gonna. One of the main selling points is playing as
Link.
as
a different
How does he play? Is he like an average Mario kind of racer, or is he like built for speed, like a Yoshi or something, a lightweight?
He is definitely not a heavyweight.
Yeah, he's probably in the middle, right?
Yeah, I don't really notice anything special about him.
Yeah.
But aside from like getting tossed around, getting like pushed around or not.
Well, that's kind of thing. I mean, a lot of the racers are pretty similar. It's really just when you customize your cart, that's what separates how fast you go, the grip.
Yeah. That has more of it. Like, I think the characters do have an impact, but I think like your cart just makes such a difference at this point.
Yeah, it's probably 80% your cart, 20% the driver.
Yeah, and then like it's probably 15% the driver, and then like 5% your imagination.
Right. It's cool that you can play in the Blue Falcon too.
Yeah, I got that. And it's like it has like high acceleration and pretty good high top speed. So I'm just
that's what an F-Zero car does. So
yeah,
I like how the mixing of these worlds here that Nintendo. I mean, they kind of Nintendo's really not one known for their DLC. They don't really do a lot of it, but I think for Mario Kart 8 here, I think they kind of did it right.
I think they kind of over-delivered with this one.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't expecting this. It's good that they brought back old tracks, and then here's a couple of new tracks too. It's not just complete rehashes.
Yeah.
You know? So that's, and they over delivered here. Like nobody was really expecting. Yeah, let's play as Link. Let's get some F-Zero.
I was expecting, if anything, them to like phone it in and be like, I don't know, here's some more carts and like characters and like that's it.
Yeah.
But the one thing that is kind of disappointing though is that like it. Nope, it's gone. Oh well. I would have liked some more retro tracks, but who knows?
Yeah, well, I mean, with the future DLC, not the next pack.
Yeah.
You never know. They haven't really announced, the individual tracks yet. So what do you got here? You got Wario's Gold Mine. Oh, you got the SNES Rainbow Road.
Oh yeah, that fucking sucks.
Yeah, that's a tough. It's interesting to see these Super Nintendo 2D levels completely built around, in a 3D environment that you can go up walls and stuff now, the anti-gravity. So they got to really remake, even though it's a port, of a level, they got to completely remake the damn thing to fit the new mechanics.
I wish they would have done one good battle track.
Yeah, there are no new. Yeah, because you can play these in battle mode, right? Because it's just basically
any of them, and you can play any of them in battle mode.
Yeah, that's probably a good point. That's probably the one thing that they lacked. They let's bring back the block fort, and things like that, and the big donut.
Or even if the DS. Do you remember that one?
Yeah.
Even if they wanted to phone it in and just do tracks that would serve the purpose for both, what was it, Baby Circuit or whatever? That was just
it was Baby Park, which was just a circle.
Yeah, that was just a circle, and that's a decent track.
That's probably the most equivalent to the Excite Bike track you just played. I mean, that's basically a circle. There's a lot of jumps in it,
Yeah.
So that's kind of like the new Baby Park, I guess. It's the closest thing to it because it's just an O shape.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could use Baby Park as a decent.
Yeah, that's just a free for all battle. It's like who gets the best weapons in that level wins.
I would probably like it to be smaller.
Yeah,
I think Baby Park was smaller as well, though.
It was and the thing with Baby Park, that was you had to go around 8-9 times or something like that, and each track can only each lap could be 10 seconds long, 12 seconds long, depending on how good you are. But it was a really short tracks, short laps.
Well, and the entire thing was, if you're really good, you can basically drift through the entire thing.
You can, yeah, you can lap people if you're. Because it's just a free-for-all, because it's a short track, you just bump into everybody. Even the 8th place guy, you're going to be racing right next to him.
Yeah, so, it's so small that it would probably do well for battle mode.
Yep, that would have been a good.
And that's the only thing that they kind of fucked up in this.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, the battle mode was kind of weak, the weak Link.
Link, I get it.
Made a joke.
Because Link. Hey!
That's what I just typed.
So, speaking of hey, I played Krusty's Funhouse recently.
Why would you do that?
Cause...
On NES?
Yeah, it was an emulator.
All those Simpsons games were fucking awful. Has there been a good Simpsons game? No. Maybe Hit and Run was probably the best one, but especially all the 8-bit stuff.
What was it? The Simpsons game? That one wasn't awful. It went on way too long.
The Brawler? The Final Fight?
No, there was one on 360.
Oh, I never played that. No, that wasn't on 360, was it?
Yeah, there was one on 360.
Oh.
And it was just... I'm trying to... It was it came out around the time of the Simpsons movie, and there was just so much goodwill that they were trying not to fuck it up.
All right, here we go. This is the SNES Rainbow
Yeah.
Road course. I want to see this. This is because the Rainbow Road in Mario Kart 8, not the new Rainbow Road. That was a hard as shit track.
Oh, this is not easy.
Yeah, all the Rainbow Roads are not easy. They're designed that way, I guess. It's the final cup,
Yeah.
the final track. And see, this was all about if you get the mushroom, you could boost through. You can kind of cut some corners. There were some jumps.
Yeah, this is like an entire shortcut track.
Yep. Yeah, right there. That little jump right there, you could boost right through.
But you have to like find the mushroom though.
Yep, you got to be lucky enough to get a mushroom item. Yeah, it's good that they. I like how they acknowledge the whole series. They're where the whole history of Mario Kart.
Yeah,
they're not,
like
they're
where
not,
it's gone, where it's been, and like all
yeah,
that shit.
they're not afraid to go back to the Super Nintendo era. They've remade Game Boy Advance levels. They respect that. They know the fans have played all these games and bringing back these favorite. They've always done that. Like for example, the Game Boy Advance had all the Super Nintendo tracks that can be unlocked.
Yeah. Even the Game Boy Advance one.
Well, it's just coming to mind.
No,
but I mean,
always, every time we talk about Mario Kart, you're like, yeah, the Game Boy Advance one.
Yeah, it was. It's the shittiest one in the whole series. The DS version, the original DS version, I was really impressed with that game. That game was, I think it was at 60 frames per second. For a handheld, it controlled really well with the D-pad. Not even with an analog nub.
Yeah.
It was online, and the online on that actually worked pretty well. It wasn't that laggy. It was probably one of the better Nintendo online games.
Yeah. But, back to Mario Kart. Or not Mario Kart, let's try that again. Back to The Simpsons.
Yeah.
No, the Simpsons game on the 360 wasn't awful, but it went on it was like 20 fucking hours long.
Yeah.
It was really fucking long. It just overstayed its fucking its well.
Why did you play this game? What was
I was working at GameStop, so it was basically free rentals.
But you said that you were playing Krusty's Fun House.
Oh, Krusty's Fun House.
Yeah, why were you doing that?
I was bored, and
damn, you got to be really bored.
I was bored, and I had a list of games in front of me, and it had come up, oddly enough, up recently in like some type of conversation. Just like we were like joking about Krusty's Fun House, and I think did
you stream it?
No.
Oh.
I probably should, because it's really bad.
Oh, it's a bad game.
I remember as a kid being like, it's not that bad.
I remember I bought Bart versus the Space Mutants, and then I came home and I was playing it, and because I was fucking 8 years old or whatever at the time when it came out.
And you have no concept of what a bad game is.
Yeah, the thing is when you buy a game when you're 8, I fucking saved up a year of allowances, and I had some birthday money, so like a $50 game when you're fucking 8, 9, 10 years old is it's like the equivalent of like thousands of dollars now or something, right? A tremendous amount of money. So I was like, well, I'm going to buy this Simpsons game because it was on sale or something for like $40, right? So
and who doesn't love The Simpsons?
And who doesn't love The Simpsons? So I'm like, this has got to be a winning recipe.
And it's
right?
Bart.
On sale.
But I identify with Bart.
Exactly. So I bought this game, and I remember just crying because I was like, this game sucks, and I just wasted all my money. That was a horrible, horrible game. It's hard as shit. No one ever beat that game because it's like got so many bugs in it. The play control is awful. Barely worked. Even the first level was like,
yup.
You gotta collect like everything like purple or something.
And that's
like
as far. I thought that was the entire game. In all honesty,
that level was like in order to figure it out, like you have to collect all this purple shit, like insane, stupid things that no other game does. So you have no concept of this stuff, and then you have to wait. Like I think there was like a timer or something, and you had to wait at like 4 o'clock. There was some dude with like a purple shirt who'd walked out of the movie theater, and if you weren't standing right there at the exact same time that this dude would come out, you would miss the whole opportunity, and you have to restart the game and play it over for 20 minutes. It is an awful game, not fun.
How are you supposed to find out that he even was there?
Yeah, you just have to replay this fucking game over and over and over and over and over and over and over again until you figure it out. And then I think at one point Nintendo Power was like, yeah, you gotta wait for this like one dude to come out of the movie theater at like 4:02 p.m. or something, and then you gotta like jump on him and you like you touch his purple shirt or something like that. Like there's no way anybody would figure that out.
I was in like it
sucks.
It like They Live was a really big influence in it. Like you could put the glasses on and you'd see the aliens.
Yeah.
And it's like, but the thing is, it's like, yeah, this is a game geared towards children. Why are you referencing an obscure 80s fucking sci-fi movie that no one watched when it came out? Like, They Live is a great movie. Do not get me wrong, I love that movie, but it is only known because, like, of DVD and VHS releases.
Yeah. This is Hyrule Castle?
Yeah. All of the coins have been replaced by rupees.
That's awesome.
Yeah, when you pick up an item, it makes the unlocking sound.
That's awesome. Yeah, see, like Nintendo, they didn't have to do this, but they wanted to. This is, I gotta get this DLC. Those are those gems from the Twilight Princess. The things that they kind of spin. Those like time gems.
Yeah, it's pretty well done.
They got the bats and everything.
The bats are different than the ones that normally appear in the game.
Yeah. It's got the logo right there.
Yep.
See, yeah, you could take a shortcut right there if you had a boost. So still.
Oh yeah, there's all kinds. Cool. There's all kinds of stuff. If you hit like certain things right, shortcuts unlock. Like there's actually hidden shortcuts you can get that like are Link style kind of unlocks.
Mm-hmm.
The piranha plants are slightly different.
Yeah, I saw that.
The
Master Sword was right there?
Yeah.
It almost makes me want to just, like, not race and just kind of, like, look around the environment and see what kind of hidden Easter eggs and references they...
It's kind of funny, because the first time Animarchy didn't see They Live until, like, 2000. And it's a great movie, but, like, why the fuck would you reference that? I understand that The Simpsons referenced fucking, like, adult stuff, and, like, kids would watch that show all the time, but not as a core mechanic that you're supposed to understand.
Yeah, it's generally a rule of thumb, like, pretty much all movie-based games, just stay away from Simpsons games.
Yeah.
Well, the piranha plants were the plants from Ocarina of Time. That's cool.
God, there's like some Asian person on Steam that keeps trying to message me.
About what?
I don't know! They're not speaking in English!
Oh. That's interesting.
How the fuck am I supposed to know when they're literally typing in Japanese?
Put it into, like, the Google Translator. Maybe he's trying to hit on you.
Well, I'm sure I'm a very attractive man.
Well, everybody knows that.
Yeah.
It's too bad we're restricted to radio,
Hey,
voice.
I do actually have... Oh, I also downloaded the free, what is it, BMW?
Oh, yeah, I got that.
My advice to everyone, don't. Just don't.
Don't what?
Just don't.
to get the BMW.
We
got the Roadster.
Funny.
Yeah,
It's funny. But
it just so doesn't belong. Like you got these cartoony characters.
they don't. It doesn't feel like
life.
they control well.
Yeah, I downloaded it and I was like, I like the grippier cars, you know.
Yeah.
So I don't even think I tried them out. What are the two other cups that are coming? Oh, you hit the button. Never mind.
I don't know. It doesn't even show the tracks. It's just.
I know that they said there was Animal Crossing related. You can play as.
There's a character that's Animal Crossing, so I'm assuming that
Isabella, I think.
The village is going to be one of them. Because that's all there is on Animal Crossing. Really, is the village. I mean, so what? You can set a Mario. It's like a Mario level. You could fucking set that shit anywhere. It doesn't mean anything.
Right.
So set on the moon. Okay, what the fuck does that mean?
Maybe it's a Mario Land 2 6 golden coin reference.
Was there a moon level?
Yeah, that was a big because you played as like Bunny Mario and you went to the moon. And you can put like he had like one of those like fish bowls on his head.
Fucking early 90s Nintendo had the best drugs.
Oh yeah.
What the fuck, man?
Yeah.
Where what was in the water in Japan that just isn't there anymore?
Well, I mean, it's a different kind of weird now. It's a little more just weird for the sake of weird, as opposed to weird with kind of some substance.
Yeah, except that now it's just kind of alright, so instead of making Mario a bunny and putting him on the moon for no real fucking reason...
Yeah, because you gotta get the moon treasure to fight Wario, because that was Wario's first appearance.
No, Wario's Woods had existed before that.
No, that was
Wario's
Woods came after.
Wario's Woods was out on the NES, so it was not.
Let's see what Google has to say.
Feel free.
I don't think... Because Wario's Woods was the last Nintendo game.
Yeah, the last NES game.
Right.
Yeah. The Super Nintendo had been out for a while when 6 golden coins came out.
Let's see what we got here.
All the excitement of someone Wikipediaing something.
I can't fucking find this game. Hold on. Oh, here we go. Alright. Mario Land 2 6 golden coins was November 1992.
Okay.
And the NES version of Wario's Woods, if it'll fucking load. Come on. Oh yeah, December 10th, 1994. It's 2 years.
In Wario's Woods?
Wario's Woods was December 10th, 1994. Mario Land 2 was November 1992. It's 2 years before Wario's Woods.
Really? Wait, the Super Nintendo had been out for years at that
Exactly, yeah. Wario's Woods and Kirby's Adventure Wario's Woods was the last game released on Nintendo. And then they ported Wario's Woods, the Nintendo version, that was also on Super Nintendo. And then they made Kirby's Adventure, which came out well after the Super Nintendo was out as well. So a lot of people missed out on Kirby's Adventure because everybody at that point moved on to Super Nintendo. So those are the two, I think they're the last two actually Nintendo created, published games.
When did Kirby's Adventure come? Kirby must have been 93, I want to say?
Yeah, hold on.
91, maybe.
Kirby... And I actually recently played through Kirby's Adventure when I got the 3DS Classics port of it. May 1993.
Yeah. Wait, wasn't Kirby originally on the Game Boy though?
Yeah, Kirby's first game was Kirby's Dream Land on the Game Boy when he was still just black and white, and then he didn't turn pink until Kirby's Adventure in '93.
Yeah, he was supposed to be white because he was supposed to be a marshmallow.
He was just supposed to be like a kind of a blank, like smiley face.
Yeah, there was actually rationale behind it about like why Kirby was supposed to be that way, and then like through like it wasn't focus groups, but it was like something almost akin to it that like Nintendo basically changed it.
I can believe it. They're usually smart about this kind of stuff. But it's kind of fun because I went back and I played Kirby's Adventure, and Kirby's Adventure, the story is it's kind of unique because so Kirby's trying to go after King DDD, right? Because King DDD stole the Star Rod. So if you're playing Smash Brothers and if you use the Star Rod, that's where it came from Kirby's Adventure. But it's at the end of the game that you don't realize that King DDD, even though you're like, trying to hunt him down, isn't really the bad guy. What he did is he took the Star Rod because he was trying to protect it from the ultimate enemy, which was named Nightmare. And Nightmare wanted the Star Rod to control all of Dreamland. So DDD was like, well, I'm going to hold on to the Star Rod to make sure that this asshole doesn't get it. And then in the meantime, Kirby's like, give me the Star Rod. And DDD was like, no. And then Kirby beat him. And then at the very end, DDD helps Kirby defeat Nightmare using the Star Rod.
Okay.
So it's kind of deep, and like I was not that it's deep. It's just I was not expecting it whatsoever. I just thought like Kirby, or King DDD was just being an asshole. I was not expecting this twist at the end. So I just thought it was interesting. I did not see that coming, and I would not have known that if I did not play the 3D Classics Kirby Adventure, which I got free from Club Nintendo several months ago.
I haven't claimed any of my Club Nintendo shit in a while.
Oh, I got like 2,000 coins waiting for something good to come my way.
And they haven't been good.
Yeah, the games last couple of months, nothing.
Like maybe they're just like saving it for like when after Christmas.
What they usually do is once a year they'll be like, you can get a free Yoshi shirt for 1,200 coins, like something like an insane amount, and people will buy. They had like the Zelda posters or something that was like a limited time thing. So they usually later will have a like one big thing.
Well, yeah, but I was just like for the games themselves.
Yeah, the games. The last couple of months, because I blog about it every month right when they release it, and they haven't been too good.
I know that. What the fuck was it?
I really want I'm waiting for because I got Mario Golf, the Game Boy Color game. That's still a great game, and I'm waiting for the Mario Tennis Game Boy Color to be.
Was that a free game?
No. It has the Mario Golf has been a part of Club Nintendo for 2 months now. There's like the beginning of the year. There was like last year, and then at the beginning of the year. But I really want the Mario Tennis for Game Boy Color. I would totally get that as a part of the Club Nintendo program.
Aren't those like hardcore RPGs?
They're made by Camelot, who made the Golden Sun series. So
is it Game Boy? Wait, is it the Game Boy Color ones, or is it the Game Boy?
Well, there's actually both now on the Virtual Console.
Okay.
But Nintendo hasn't yet put Game Boy Advance games as part of the Club Nintendo program. So you can only get, but the Game Boy Color version of Mario Tennis is awesome. If you haven't played it, you should definitely play it, or just wait for it to go on Club Nintendo.
And the weird thing, though, is that there are games that were part of the Ambassador program.
Yeah, that aren't available.
Aren't available.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think one of them was like Metroid Zero Mission.
Yeah, I think you got both. I think you got Fusion and Zero Mission. At the time.
Yeah. And it's like, there were just a ton of things that you could get. And it's like...
It's still not available.
Yeah, they're like just not out.
Yeah.
And it's just like, what the fuck are you doing?
It's weird. It's like, why wouldn't you... I mean, they got to know that the emulation works and stuff. It's like, why wouldn't you...
Yeah, like, there's all these fucking people with this...
There's no...
actively working on their console
program.
Yeah.
They just kind of do whatever they want.
How you just getting screwed with, like, items this round?
Yeah, I would find that sometimes I would have a monster, run, and then I would get screwed the second to last.
Yeah.
You get a lightning bolt, you get a blue shell, you get a green shell, and then you fall off or something because you get bumped from that last.
Oh, I got hit with a lightning shell just as I was about to fucking go over the like glider.
It's always on lap 3. See, you just got always screwed right there.
Yep. It's fucking Mario Kart.
So you get that's like the one thing, you get the rubber banding AI. Like when you're in first place, you really only get banana peels and an occasional boost. You're never going to get the lightning bolt when you're in first place. But if you're in last place, that's when you get all the fun, cool weapons.
I think I've played this one course like once.
That Bowser course?
No, Rainbow Road.
Oh, Rainbow Road. Yeah, it's got there's like 1 or 2 really tight turns, and if you don't have a car with tight handling, you're gonna fall off the edge. Well, it's a tough course.
Well, it's kind of funny because like when this first came out, I was watching someone just like do speed runs.
Yeah.
And it was like there are so many fucking nope, that was the place to use that mushroom.
Yeah, you almost don't want to get mushrooms in this track because you can easily go flying.
Yep. It is. Yeah, it's rough. But I was watching someone do like just like time trials and speed runs with ghosts and shit, and they were like doing this entire course in like 2 minutes or something. It was like...
Yeah, well, you can post your score on the leaderboards, no? Or, download ghosts and stuff. Yeah. You can check that information out.
Whatever, like, my best time on this was at that point, they were doing it like a quarter of that. And I was just like,
yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah, they got, they used the best Kart combinations, to get maximum speed and...
Yeah, it's people fucking min-maxing this game just, like, to a level that we will never understand.
Yeah. And they get the fast times. Keeps it competitive, that's for sure. Oh, did you buy anything on Black Friday? You been playing anything else?
I have not bought anything on Black Friday.
I got Theater Rhythm Curtain Call.
I own the other Theatra Rhythm. Theatra, because I'm British. I really like. I wrote a review for that for the site a while ago.
Yeah,
I like it a lot.
Oh yeah, I'm a huge fan of the Final Fantasy music, as a lot of people are, which is why they made that game. But the Curtain Call, I mean, it's basically the same thing as the original one, except there's just way more.
Yeah, I think it's like all of the DLC.
There's like 200 tracks. You can unlock the more you play, the more you unlock, and you can unlock not just like the main characters from each game, but other characters.
Yeah,
too,
the first one was like that too.
Which is cool, So there's a lot of. I mean, they even have music from like Final Fantasy Type O, which isn't even out yet here.
Yeah.
There's like Crystal Chronicles, the Final Fantasy VII movie. So they just really tapped into. Yeah, they tapped into like a lot of their, offshoots and stuff, which is really cool. I mean, I only played it for maybe a few hours so far, and it's basically the same thing. You know, you get like the rhythma points, you know, every time you play a stage, and but basically it's just the more you play, the more you unlock. But it's I'm really
yeah, your
digging
guys
it.
level up though, which is
Yeah, your guys level up, and then obviously you want like the guy with more attack when you're fighting the boss stages, and you want the guy with the more agility when you're doing the level environment stages. So there's a little bit of strategy to it. It's not deep by any means. You just basically just keep playing, you know, and that's pretty much it. But it's a good game. I bought it for $20 on sale. It's worth $20, especially if you're a fan of Final Fantasy and the music. It's awesome.
yeah. Thought I had everyone unlocked. Apparently not.
So yeah, Mario Kart DLC. I'm probably gonna have to get this.
Yeah, I'm not arguing with you on that.
Yeah. It's probably one of the better DLCs I've seen in general.
Yeah,
like
just
anywhere.
straight up. Yeah.
Yeah, like out of any system. I mean, they did a really good job with this.
Yeah, they really knocked this one out of the park.
Yeah.
They did a lot of shit they didn't have to do, which I thought was really impressive.
Yeah. And then if you do the pre-order, you get like all different color Yoshis or Shy Guys or something.
You may be Shy Guys. I know you get a ton of different Yoshis.
Maybe it was the Yoshis then, or maybe I think that's
both?
what it was. Yeah.
Who the fuck knows?
Maybe, I don't know.
Who the fuck plays Yoshi?
I heard who needs all 8 colors of Yoshi.
Well, one of the guys. So I bring my Wii U into work, and like Fridays after work, we'll play Mario Kart. And occasionally Smash.
Yeah.
And one of the guys at work plays Yoshi, which was, I thought, really fucking weird. But
I play as Yoshi from time to time.
Yeah, he's not. You don't main Yoshi though. It's like if you fucking were like playing Smash and you're like, yeah, I'm super hardcore Smash. It's like, all right, cool. Who's your main? And like, you said like someone fucking ran like Peach. It's like, what?
I like using Peach as a secondary Smash character. I kind of like Peach.
It's just like it's just someone completely fucking random that it's like, yeah, like you switch up characters while you're playing those games, but you don't sit there and go like, you're like, I don't know, I play a lot of Marth when like I need to get something done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Marth, Ike, like Meta Knight if I'm really fucking losing it shit.
Well, there's so many characters in Mario Kart 8 and Smash now. It's like they encourage the experimentation because there's so many different options and so many things that you can do now.
Yeah, and I do think
you gotta find the combo that works for you.
This Smash feels like it's one of the more accessible.
Yeah, I think it's the Wii U version is a great game, and I think the difficulty, like the AI, just if you play not even like the highest difficulty, like a higher difficulty, you get your ass kicked. And I think they had to do that because of like all the Amiibo stuff.
Stuff.
The Amiibo, the Amiibas.
Amiibo? I don't even know how to fucking pronounce that.
Yeah,
I bought one and I don't know how to pronounce it.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Oh, did you? So there was a news story going around that one of them almost won a Smash tournament.
The Amiibo?
Yeah.
Oh,
like
really?
that little figure. Well, the thing is, so it can like.
Which figure was it? You know?
Fox.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because that's what I was saying. Because the Amiibas, they get smarter and smarter and smarter and smarter.
They'll learn how to do shit.
Yeah, they exactly, and there has to be so many different levels.
They can go up to level 50, and that's just kind of.
But they still can change like their AI, like depending on how you play, and like you can like train your guy to like always get items right away, or play like really defensively and just kind of run away, or get in the fray and just mess people up. Like there's so many different.
Yeah, and
tactics.
it was kind of funny because like the Smash players, like instead of like getting really pissed because like at level 50 it starts doing like frame perfect shit.
Yeah.
It starts doing like like it starts doing frame perfect blocks and stuff, and it was funny because the Smash players there were completely fucking like ecstatic about it. They were like, this could be another bracket of tournaments for fucking Smash players. Like, like, it could be like a amoeba, like, raising.
Yeah, you don't even play, you just let your computer go.
Yeah, like, and whoever wins the tournament by having the best one, like, that's the actual tournament. This, like, bracket of the tournament is just,
that'd be interesting. That'd be really...
Well, yeah, it would be like fucking Pokemon, but for real, kind of.
Yeah. That'd be pretty sweet. They should do that. I mean, they should really look at that. Or maybe, they're going to have to wait for, like, all the figures to come out or something to give it a fair shot, but...
Oh, who cares? Marth and fucking Fox are out. They're all out.
Yeah. I can't find Marth anywhere.
Amazon. You would have to Amazon.
Yeah, it's probably got to be only. I've checked so many different stores. No, you can get a ton of Kirby's and
Samus. Everyone has way more Samus.
There's no fucking Marths anywhere. I have not seen a Marth on the shelf. Period. Ever since were first released.
Is it Marth or Ike that's out?
No, Marth is out now.
Okay.
Ike is not out yet.
Well, yeah, it's because
that might be round 2.
And I haven't seen a Fox either.
I might have seen a Fox at a GameStop.
I went to a GameStop and they had 8,000. I'm like, oh god, I'm not going to find a Samus, just because people are going to be like, oh, she's just like a cool looking figure.
Yeah.
Which is, honestly, I'm like, I kind of want one of these because I want to fuck around with it.
It just looks cool.
And like, for $13, it's not a ton of money to have something to fuck around with.
Yeah, that's like, if you look, I mean, there's always fucking Skylander figures and Disney Infinity figures on sale, buy 3 for 30 or buy 1 and get 50% off another one and all these kind of sales. So
and these already work with more games than those things do.
Right. So I have yet to buy an Amiibo, but I plan on getting Captain Falcon because he's my dude. He's my main guy. So I got to get a Captain Falcon, which is the next round, which I think comes out.
February?
Might even be next week or so. It was December something.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, there wasn't. There was maybe like 6 or. It wasn't a big. Round 2 wasn't a big batch. It wasn't as big as the first batch. There was only like maybe 5 or 6 figures or something.
They've announced up to round 3 at this point.
They've announced them to round 3, yes, and I think round 3 comes out in January.
But still, no Zero Suit Samus.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which
Round
I was
3?
like, I actually, like, after the Samus, I'm like, oh, I want a Zero Suit Samus. She's so hot. Like,
the regular Samus figure is just a cool figure.
Yeah,
to
she's
just
pretty
have.
badass. But the Zero Suit Samus, when I'm a friend of mine, Stark, when we play, we call her Slamus because she's just stupid hot.
And you can play as like in the bikini outfit or whatever.
Oh well, no.
The sports bra, or whatever it is.
Is there a sports bra outfit that you can get?
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, it's like a blue or something. You gotta cycle through all the different.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's like a ton of things they could easily do to continue selling these things, and like,
and they will. They'll be going for a while.
Yeah, it's like money that's literally sitting there.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they work with Mario Kart and Hyrule Warriors, and
they work for shit with Mario Kart and Hyrule Warriors, but yes, they do.
Yeah, it's really just kind of a bullet point on the back of the box. I mean, it's obviously Smash is the big seller, but
it was literally something that they're like, I feel like
maybe we should do this.
Yeah, we feel like heels if we don't fucking make it for more than these 1 games. Like, I'm pretty sure Nintendo like even openly fucking said something about like how kind of disgusting what they were doing with Skylanders was. And so
in a way, Nintendo's kind of encouraging it because it's like what GameStop is only going to get the Shulk amiibo.
Well, GameStop was the only place that sold that game.
Which game?
Xeno.
Oh, Xenoblade Chronicles. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. And then it's like, I think Toys R Us was getting Lucario. Only Toys R Us is going to get Lucario. There was some, I think like Walmart was getting something. I can't remember now.
Lucario is fucking awesome too. She's actually really good.
I did not like them in Brawl, but I started playing with them, just trying them out, and I like them a lot better than I thought I was going to.
Wait, which one is the Lucia or whatever?
Oh, she's from Fire Emblem. She's a
Yeah.
Marth clone. I actually like her better than Marth.
Yeah, I was gonna say she's fucking awesome.
Yeah. I like too. He's really powerful. He's slow but powerful as shit.
Yeah. I've actually been playing a bunch of her.
Yeah, I like her. I play her. I don't really use Marth anymore.
She's just different enough from Marth that you don't
Yeah.
feel like a tool for playing her.
Yeah, she's a little faster. I just like her moves better.
She's not as powerful as Marth.
Right. Yeah, but the amiibos. So you know that there's going to be some super rare ones that people are just going to buy, hoard them, and then just eBay them.
Probably. Well, Nintendo even... I'm pretty sure Nintendo even said, like, all of them are limited edition.
Yeah.
Which is... kind of sucks, but, like...
It makes you wonder if they're going to release a Mewtwo for the DLC amiibo.
They have to, don't they?
I'm sure they don't have to. I mean...
I mean, like...
Would, but...
Yeah, it's Nintendo. They fucking do whatever they want to.
Or it'll be like... Or maybe that... Hell, I mean, it's already... Mewtwo's already a Club Nintendo program. Maybe it's like, spend 800 coins, get a free Mewtwo.
Yeah, that would be cool.
That would be worth something, and everybody's got a fair shot at it. It's like, put your order in now. We're only going to make one batch of these just to fulfill that order, and then that would be a good promotion.
They did say that they are releasing all of them, but there's like a handful of them that they just.
I just want a goddamn
Wario
GameCube
has been
adapter.
announced.
No one, the GameCube, like Nintendo was even like, well, we don't really know if we're going to make more GameCube adapters.
Yeah, what the fuck?
I want one. I fucking want one so goddamn bad because I want to use my GameCube controller. Why? Like, this should not be this hard.
Yeah, why would you ever say that? Why would you ever say, like, we don't know if we're gonna make more? It's like, dude, you sold out a month before the thing came out.
Yeah, I will give you my $20 right now.
Yeah.
Here, take my $20. Give me a fucking GameCube adapter. Why is that? Why is this so hard? This should not be.
Well, and it's like, what the fuck was the other thing? They're like, at first they're like, oh, well, we're gonna of course make it work with Mario Kart and all this other stuff, and then they're like, we're pretty sure the only thing it's going to work for is actually...
You know what's got to be crazy is, so Nintendo and, like, third-party companies, like, what is it, like PDP or something, they made a ton of GameCube controllers. There's like a Peach-themed one and a Mario-themed
fucking
controller.
Hori made a
nobody's
bunch.
Nobody's gonna be fucking buying these controllers if you can't get a GameCube adapter. Stores, like, the ratio of controllers available to GameCube adapters is so mismatched. Like, nobody is gonna be buying the GameCube controllers without the GameCube adapter.
And people are pissed about it.
Oh yeah, I'm pissed about it. I will give Nintendo my $20 bill right now. I just want one. Well, just give me a GameCube adapter. It probably costs them, $4 to make.
No, please. It probably costs them 25 cents.
Even more so to make more. Like, this should be a no-brainer. Okay, let's make, another batch of GameCube adapters, sell them through GameStop, whatever, let people know that they're coming and they can pre-order more or something like that. Like, it should not be that hard, and it can be an easy way for Nintendo to make some money and please fans and sell more GameCube controllers too.
Yeah, but this is, like... It's literally money that's, like, sitting on the table, and they're like,
Yeah, for them not to jump on this, I can't even understand why they're hesitating. There should be a ton of these things out of the market right now.
Well, well, and the fucked up thing is, it's like Mario Maker. It's one of these things that it's like, it just feels like one side of Nintendo doesn't know what the other side is fucking saying.
Yeah, and then come out with the GameCube adapter, and then you know what? Let's make some. Let's put some GameCube games in the Virtual Console. Bam! There you go. Who wouldn't fucking buy that?
Well, and they said oh, when they first announced it, they're like, yeah, we don't see why it's not going to work with like Mario Kart. Why it wouldn't work with?
Right. You're telling me if they don't put if they put GameCube games on Virtual Console, that shit would sell.
Why am I getting credit roll?
Like, people would rebuy Double Dash. People would buy Melee. People would buy Brawl.
I think I unlocked everything, so it's forcing me to sit through the credits.
Well, when you beat the last, when you beat this cup, you get the credit scene.
Well, I can't skip it.
Yeah, you must have did something.
I think I finally unlocked everything.
Yeah, maybe you'll get a bonus startup screen or something. That's usually what they do when you unlock everything.
Yeah, who the fuck knows? I don't know, man. It's like...
That would be such easy money. Here, buy a GameCube adapter for $20, buy a new controller for $40.
All they have to do is have it be recognized as, like, a pro controller. Problem solved.
Yeah, right. You plug it into your USB ports, you're done.
Like, even Bayonetta 2, even they were talking that, like, Bayonetta 2 was going to support the GameCube controllers.
Right. Yeah.
And now it's like, well, that's just not going to... Nothing else besides Smash is going to support it. And it's like, what? Who the fuck makes the... Who is talking at Nintendo? You just,
it's such a no-brainer.
Is anyone at Nintendo allowed to make a press statement? Are there interns that are like, well, I actually just heard, and it's like, what the fuck? Like, when they announced Mario Maker, like, so how awesome would it be if it's like, okay, yeah, you can make your own Mario level. Well, sure, that's great, and they're like, okay, well, the size of the Mario level is going to be about a quarter of the size of the first stage in the original Mario. And it's like, well, that's terrible and stupid, but I'm probably still not going to buy it now. Can stages be linked together? They cannot! What the fuck? Okay, well, can I share these with my friends online? No.
No, because we don't really believe in anything online. Or if we do try to do something online, we'll just completely fuck it up.
Can I, like, put it on a memory card and give it to a friend? They cannot be shared at all. It's like, what?
Isn't Mario Maker, that's just going to be a digital...
who the fuck knows at this
I don't think
point.
it's going to be a full box.
That's what they said with the NES Classics remake, and that fucking came out.
That's a good point.
But it's
that's out on 3DS
But
now.
they were saying that about Mario Maker, and literally almost at exactly the same time, someone was saying the exact opposite shit. Like, the levels are bigger than you think. Like, why would we not let you share them online? Like, all this stuff, and it's like...
It's pretty basic watts.
Yeah, and it's like, look, all I want to do...
Like I said, it should not be this hard.
I want to do is make a giant penis stage and force my friends to play through it.
Yeah, that's what everybody's going to do.
Yeah, and have all of the enemies show up in penis formation.
Yeah.
And we're just going to troll each other with these Mario stages that are either, impossible to play or phallic. And if they beat the ones that are shaped like penises, I'll question their sexuality. And if they, can't beat the other ones, I'll question their sexuality.
When is that? That's supposed to be mid next year or something? Did they give a release date on the Mario Maker?
Yeah, it's supposed to be soon.
Oh, really?
Well, I mean, it's December, so mid next year is sort of within 6 months.
Yeah. I didn't know if it was going to be like a February release. Is it going to be a summer, July release? I haven't gotten an update, but there's you just never know.
And like I said, though, it's like literally they are leaving money just sitting there on the table, and they're like,
anybody who is playing Smash Wii U, who bought a Wii U just to play Smash, they're going to want a GameCube adapter.
Yeah.
So look at how many copies of Smash you sold. And
they don't even. You know what? If they don't want to, they don't even have to patch it in support for older games. They could literally just say, going forward,
And if they're not going to make more GameCube adapters, you know what? A third party will. Nyko or somebody will make one because they're going to take advantage of the situation.
Because the system recognizes it.
And it's just a USB.
Yeah.
It's got to be a cheap piece of plastic, basically.
Yeah, I actually hadn't thought about that, but yeah, you're fucking right.
Yeah, give it a month because somebody will.
They're
jump
selling for $120 on Amazon.
120. So then Nyko is like, holy shit, guys, let's get into the lab and make one of these things.
And we can make it. Nintendo's making them for 25 cents. We can make them for 10.
We'll
sell them for
right.
$15.
Sell them for cheaper.
And we're going to be sold
make
out.
A fucking killing.
And we'll just sell them from like a third party and not say it's us. And we'll sell them for $50 for the first month.
Sure, and people will buy it.
And so what? You'll replace your cheap, like, fucking Mad Catz one or Nyko one fucking, like, when Nintendo finally decides to re-release theirs.
And if it were, you know, they'll add something small to it, like a mounting kit, so you can mount it nice and easy on your system or something. It'll be like it'll have one
with
extra
glue
feature.
that never comes off right.
Something, you know, they'll add something to it, and people will still, you know, people are going to buy it because people just want to use a fucking GameCube controller.
Yeah. All right. So that's it for this week. I am Dan Gilman. You can find me on my website, varms.net. You can follow me on Twitter @Gilman. Or you can always read whatever I write on mygamer.com. That's where this will be posted later for your viewing enjoyment if you want to go back and relive all of these glorious moments.
Yeah, I'm at Zach Gaz on Twitter. You can check out my personal blog at squallsnake.com. And yeah, go check out mygamer.com. It's where we post everything, news. Follow us on Twitter there. We just redid our forums. There's a lot of people talking in the forums, so join in on the chat.
And we are giving free games away in the forum.
Yeah, giving away stuff.
At this
a lot of
point,
good conversations in there.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a once-a-week competition at the moment for a free game in the forums.
Sure, yeah, whatever we can do.
Yeah. Whatever we have codes for, we're going to try and give them away. We're not going to try and flood people with free games because, you know, we need you to pay attention for long periods of time. But
we'll do what we can, yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, thanks for tuning in, everyone. We will see you next week.
Well, see ya. Game on.